Chet. Hey neighbors, welcome to the Shed Shop. In this edition of Shed Shop Updates, today is Thursday, December 7th. Oh, I'm sorry, December 9. Wait, damn it, what's the date? Chet neighbors, you know me, I forgot already, even though I just looked. This happens way too much, but that's what happens when you injure your brain. Oh, shit, we only have 28 minutes, too. It is Thursday, December 7, neighbors. Thursday, December 7. It's about 4 p.m. at night, and I got a box today. You like all my saws, neighbors? Would you like to buy one? This one's for sale. 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 These are already sold. This one's for sale. I just have to finish seating the rings today. We have an MS-170, an 025. This is an 029 Super. This is an MS-390. This is an MS-390 top end on an 029 Super setup. This is an MS-391. This is an MS-441. And this, neighbors, is an MS-200T. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Open our package with it. Okay, I get to play with that today. I'm kind of happy one of the rings broke, even though I'm not, because the ring gap on that, as I told you, OEM top end was like 0.0165, which is like basically straight out of the factory. But I broke a ring taking it off, and so I have cable rings in it. I've idled it through a tank, and the reason I'm happy is because now I have to play with it. So I get to play with it. I might end up saying, Chet, even though I'm broke and we're struggling to even buy groceries right now, I might just keep that Chet and sell my 192T. I have a package here today from China. Would you neighbors like to know how much it cost me to have this shipped? Go down to the comments and say, yes, Chainsaw Redeemer, how much did it cost to have that box shipped from China? Well, my China neighbors said they couldn't ship it on a boat for some reason. I don't know why. So they charged me air freight, $120 to ship $230 worth of merchandise. Insane. There's going to be no profit now on this stuff for me, because I'm trying to move towards selling some of the Chet I use to show you guys how to fix some saws, okay? So let's kind of go through a little bit of what we got. I gave you a little bit of an update on the saws, and then before we close out, I'll show you the whiteboard and give you the status updates of all the saws. So we have some 041 air filters. Very important for you guys to know this. If you have an 025, MS-250, an 021, or an MS-210, these aftermarket filters are not going to fit your MS-250 and your MS-210. Okay, your back cover is going to be raised up too much because these are too tall. They will fit the 025s and the 021s just fine. Okay, so I bought 10 of those. And then I have, here we have the, these are for the 441s and a couple of other models. We bought 10 of those. If y'all neighbors need any of this, you can email me at smallengineredemption@gmail.com, and we'll give you a freeze frame of this. Let me make sure you can see it good, and I'll give you a freeze frame, or you can pause. Here's my alleged business. Here's me. Here's my phone number. Here's my email. Here's where we are right now. Here's some of the shit I do. Here's my address. And as I always say, neighbors, please don't come shoot up my house. So there you go. You can email me or call me or text me if you're interested in buying a chainsaw or chainsaw parts. We're not asking for handouts, neighbors, but I need your help. I need to sell some stuff. I have t-shirts and everything else for you guys. Because with Uncle not working right now and being in the hospital for a month, I'm feeding all three of us right now. I have the only income. I didn't want Dion to have to go get a job. He wanted to go get a job part-time. But now he has to go get a job because we're broke. Okay, so we got 10 of these air filters. And all my saws come with 90-day labor warranty, neighbors, which means if something goes wrong, your parts and labor are covered completely free as long as it wasn't your fault. And then you have a 1-year parts warranty on any of your parts, OEM or aftermarket. Any new parts, 1-year parts warranty, okay? I have some fuel lines for the 660 for Ace the Awesome Arborist, and I have some for sale. I have these carburetor tools, you guys. This is to measure the height of your metering lever, and that metering lever being off even trillimeters can cause your saw either to try and run away or to bog down really bad. And so I will put this on eBay and give you a link to this in the description down below. You can find me on eBay at Chainsaw Redeemer. It's just Chainsaw Redeemer. If you search that, my eBay site will come up. And again, though, if you email me or call me direct for any of this stuff, you're going to get it about 12 to 18% cheaper than you would if you buy it from me on eBay, because eBay charges me astronomically high fees, and I'll have to kind of put that into some of the cost. Lots of carburetor kits. These ones are K10 HDs for my 029 Supers and my MS390s and my MS290s and other things. Okay, I got some more fuel lines here. We have the MS361 and MS440 fuel lines because I got two 044s I needed fuel lines for. And then I got MS200T air filters. I also bought 10 of those. Okay, and I need to get all this stuff listed on eBay, but my internet goes so slow and does me dirty. Actually, I bought 20 of these air filters, neighbor. Sorry. I think on the air filters, most of them I purchased 20. Okay, yeah, see, here's a bunch more of these ones here. Okay. Our 200T filters. You know, I brought a couple of containers out. Let's see, will you stay there? No, we're going to have to move some saws, neighbors. That's okay. Alright, there we are. So, because I was trying to semi-organize this, we want to get stuff split up. Bunch of different fuel lines and impulse hoses. That's the 440, 460 I just showed you. I got impulse hoses for the 380, 381. I got impulse hoses for the MS290s, 390s, 029s, 660s. These are air filters for, I believe, the 311. MS270, 280, I'm sorry. Okay, so we got those. These are for the 1127 series. Again, the 029s, 039, MS390, MS210, or I'm sorry, MS310. Okay, got 20 of those for you guys. Okay, I need to keep a couple because I used my last one on neighbor Trent's MS390. Okay, and then I got a couple of samples here. This is the thing, I sample these products, you guys, before I would actually sell them to you, because a lot of aftermarket parts are just not good. Okay, and if even in that, I've run into a few aftermarket air filters that are just low quality, and they're actually from the same company that makes good qualities. And so Machina neighbors, if I ask for samples of stuff, they'll give me a sample. Okay, so this is for a 455, and I want to try this filter out. It looks pretty good. The plastic's strong and sturdy. I figured it would be about the same quality. Okay, and then this is the tool to measure your metering diaphragm for your WALBROs. The other one's ZAMAs. That's a really good tool to have. And this is something I also bought because I want to see if you guys would be interested in purchasing items like this before I go ahead and spend lots of money. This is a little toolkit, okay, to help you clean your carburetor, your inlet screws, holes, where your inlet needle sits. Okay, it's got a little file on it if you need to do any of that, and they're not highly priced if I order a bunch of them. If I order just one, Machina neighbors charge me like $7 or $8, but if I order a bunch, I can get the price low enough to where I can make me 50 cents or $1 by selling it to you. And I'm not looking to make a killing, I just want to make a little bit. Okay, so we got that. And then I have 10 of the air filters. This is for the 372 XP and the 371, 372, and 372 XP, because I needed one for Ace the Awesome Arborist saw. Okay, and then I have, let's see, I don't know what these are. They must have sent me these samples. I don't know what this air filter goes to. It's a weird looking air filter, but they gave me 3 samples instead of 1. Okay, and then I also order sprockets from Machina neighbors. Why do I do that, neighbors? Well, I'm saying neighbors a lot in this video, aren't I, neighbors? Damn, neighbors, I gotta stop saying neighbors so much, neighbors. Okay, guys and gals and dudes and friends, pals, buddies. Here's the deal. Take your 029 Super, for example. To get me OEM sprocket, I'm gonna pay like $36.99 plus tax plus $6 to have it shipped to Steel. And say that lasts me for 1 year. Okay, I paid about $50 to $55 for that sprocket. Say I paid $20 for this one, okay, and it lasts me 9 months. Do you see where I'm getting at? The math. Let's say we use 2 OEMs a year at $50, and we use 3 OEMs a year at $25. that's a $25 savings per year. So if you can change this, and this is a very simple thing to change. You pop a clip off, pull a washer off, pull it off, and put the new one on, put your washer on, put your clip back on. So simple, 5-minute job. Okay, so if you can change that yourself and don't have to pay labor, in the long run, it's better to replace it 3 times a year opposed to 2 times a year, because that's $75 a year versus $100 a year. And I'm just using that as a reference point. So I did go ahead and order a bunch of different sprockets for me because I was running low. Okay, so I've got about 50 sprockets in here, mostly for the MS290s, the 044s, the 360, 380, the 271s. We got our 210, 230, 250s here, and yeah, that's it. I am trying to work. If I have to pay air freight, I can't do it because I can't make money. I'd have to order like $2,000 worth of stuff to make it profitable, and I'd have to order really light stuff. So that being said, neighbors, like I said, I have all of these saws here for sale. MS-170, an 025, a beautiful 029 Super. It's currently got an 18-inch on it, but you can get a 20 if you want. The 025 has a brand new Holtz Pharma bar and chain. This MS-390 will have a brand new Holtz Pharma bar and chain with a skip tooth. And this MS-390, same thing. Oh, this already has the 20-inch bar and chain Holtz Pharma. This will have it, okay? And then I also have the 064 for sale still, neighbors. I have the Husqvarna 572 XP still for sale. I have an MS271 for sale. I've never had so many saws ready to go this time of year and not be selling saws. You guys, I haven't sold a saw in 4 weeks. 4 weeks. The last saw I sold was an 025. And then 2 weeks before that was an MS250. So I've sold basically 2 saws in like 7 or 8 weeks, which is terrible. I can't live off of, you know, I probably make $15 to $50 profit on those usually. I can't live off of that. We're supporting 3 people. And so I really do appreciate you guys' views, comments, and shares. Comment and share the video, please, because it will help it get into the algorithm and I can get more views, because you have to get tens of thousands of views to make money on YouTube. You really do. I made like $4.63 last week. That's what I made, and that was with like 35.7 thousand views on the couple of videos I put out. So that's our box. That's what it was. It was from Marchina, neighbors, and some products for sale. Let's see. Here we are, Shed Shop 1.0. Here we are, Shed Shop 2.0. We still don't have the pump house done, but it's all tar papered. I did finally find me a door for it. A lot of you have been asking me about if I'm done with this building yet or not, and I am not, unfortunately. We've not made much more progress on this because I need money. I have materials to do the roof, but I need to keep working because I'm trying to clear the whiteboard and get my projects caught up, okay? So, a bunch of saws just hanging around. This is all mine. This is for sale, neighbors. Oh, I got this Husqvarna 440 that's for sale, too, because he doesn't want to buy it. I got that Husqvarna 450. I've just got to service it. There's the 064, neighbors. I have 064 fever, neighbors. Okay, so I got this Domer I got to sell. This 55, I got to go back and replace a bearing on it. I'm going to be building a backpack blower. Anybody need a backpack blower? And then I'll have some other saws over there that we're going to be working on, and I might be parting this out. For example, look at my hoarding of my 028 parts, neighbors. I'm ridiculous. Seriously. That's bin is full of 311 and 391 parts. I've got 441 parts, 025 MS250 parts, all kinds of stuff, neighbors. Lots of inventory. And over there, I think, is the bottom bin is about half full of 017 through MS180 parts. There's some more stuff. That's where my parts are. My parts inventory. We're trying to get organized, but as you can see, the walls are all the way insulated still. I mean, in case you didn't know. I've got my windows in. I've still got to caulk the windows, damn it. Okay? And this is what we're doing. We're using pallet board, but I have to rethink the staining thing because a $12 can of stain only did like 10 boards. Okay? Because the wood is like rough grained, the pallets we get for free. Okay? So, that's the hope, to have the walls all done up like that. Okay? There's my other window that came with the building. Now, let's go over, neighbors, and I will go ahead and show you. Oh, we're working on the truck, too. The brakes are really bad on Uncle's truck. The van keeps trying to blow up. There's my mower with its flat tire that Matthew did me dirty on. Here is, oh yeah, see, 1127 series parts. Lots of parts, neighbors. MS1 or MS280 parts. That is another Husqvarna 450 I've got to build. Okay, we'll start at the top, work our way down. Andy, I have issues getting a vacuum pressure test done on this saw. I finally did get some decom valves in that hopefully don't leak. Trent's MS390 is right there. I've just got to finish welding his muffler. This was a saw he gave me initially, and then he's brought me a bunch of parts. So he's got a 390 top end on that, and I've barely made any money on anything he's traded me, but we'll talk about that another day. Okay, so we gotta weld the muffler and then test that chit, neighbors. Jonathan B and kids, just waiting for him to pick his chit up. Ace, the 660 fuel line just came in. I'm waiting for the crankcase gasket for his 372 XP. I'm almost done with all the other stuff we got to do with this 660, but I got to break both these saws in as well. Jimbus Maximus's crankcase is in the freezer right now. Okay, I put the bearings in yesterday. I have that video to the internet for you, so hopefully you'll get it right around the same time you get this one. Chris is supposed to come today and pick his saws up, and hopefully he comes because he has a $300 bill. These are out there ready for sale. Okay, I just did all this stuff. That's ready for sale. Nathan Bolton on Drop the Ball. There's his 041. I have rebuilt it. It seized up. Somehow, a couple of strings of rope got in there, just little thin threads, and got stuck between the piston and the piston wall. That's why that was seized up. So, I most definitely think his internal fuel line, I replaced the top fuel lines, but this one is so freaking soft and pliable. I dropped the ball. I never ordered it, and I spent 6 months trying to get parts for that saw. And so the fuel line is ordered off of eBay, I believe. And so it should be here in a couple of days. And then hopefully that resolves that thing bogging in wood. This, if anybody wants to buy a 193T and watch me build it on the channel, $350, neighbors. $350 with a 90-day warranty. I don't have bearings yet, but if you want to pre-purchase it and have the excitement and the experience of having it built on the channel and having your name mentioned several times as we build it, you can do that. Mike T, you guys wait for that one because you're going to really hear me rip apart false Christian behavior out there. And then this one is right here, and he's just not a communicator, so that's kind of been low on the priority list, but I'm hoping to get this one done soon. So, oh, here's my baby, my clutch side recoil McCulloch 1010. So, that's pretty much going to be it, you guys. Trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, there's Andy's 288. That's going to be a members only chainsaw giveaway, that Husqvarna 266 SE. Thank you, neighbor Adam Hayes, for donating your saw that you paid a very high price for back to the channel. This one's going to be for sale soon, neighbors. It'll be a 201T. I think it's probably going to be about 500 or 550. I was looking at the market, and that's about what I can get. And then I've got Jonathan Luna's got to go on the board. Jonathan Luna is somebody that's been here from the early on in the channel, but we have not talked for a long time because he works a lot, I work a lot, and I bought some gravel from his employer, and they did me dirty, and so he just had to kind of back out because basically his employer started asking him questions because I told his employer that several of the drivers told me the rock they delivered me was not 3/4 rock. Okay, so, but I was super excited. He was here last night, I believe it was, or night before last. This saw is the one I made a post on, you guys, and I'll try to give you some kind of info card or link to that post if that's possible. But this saw ran fantastic. He never even got to cut with it. The only one that's cut with this saw is me. This is the saw that burnt up. I will try and find that link to the playlist and give you an info card to that for right here. I'm sorry, give you an info card to that right here. And right now what this saw is doing, we have replaced our oil cap or our fuel cap. Our fuel line's brand new. We rebuilt the carburetor again last night. What else did we do? We did a piston inspection. We vacuum pressure tested his saw. We pressure tested his carburetor. We put another new fuel pickup body in it. Verified that the tank vent is good and operational. This saw won't start at all now, and it backfires. It literally will shoot sparks out the muffler, and then back in the back, it smokes up. Coming out of the carburetor, or if you pull the plug, the top end will be full of smoke. So I have, hopefully the coils, that's the other thing that's supposed to be in that box, is 5 coils for these China coils, because I have no stock ones left and I don't want to order used ones. That was also what was wrong with John B and Kids. This was a 100% warranted saw, neighbors. This has been out for like 8 months, and he had to bring his saw back, and he's not paying a dime. A lot of times, my neighbors that bring a saw in on warranty will tip me. Not always, but a lot of them do. Most of them do, because I honor my warranty. And so he got his new coil put on. We did some other things to his saw to just little different things that needed adjustment. And so that's covered under warranty. Jonathan Luna, same thing. He has $0 bill on this, except he asked me to put a new rope in there, even though there was nothing wrong with the one that was in there. He just wanted to go ahead and have a new rope. So he tipped me $20 for that. I normally only charge $15 to do a recoil rope on one of those because the springs don't usually have to be rewound. And so we got to figure out what's wrong with that saw. Here's your 038 Jimbus Maximus. Still looking nice and pretty with lots of paint on it. Okay, I believe I have all the parts for that, and I was supposed to start that today, but hopefully I'll be working tonight late still. But I've got so much going on. I'm so far behind. We had to run a bunch of errands. I had to fight with the jail. I've been fighting with the jail for 3 weeks to get my money back, and they've literally stolen money from me out of my commissary. The first card they gave me was supposed to be, well, I don't remember the amount, but what the receipt said when I went to the ATM, it was $36 less. And then 3 weeks it took me. I had ordered commissary while I was in jail and got released before it came, so I had $42 they owed me. Nobody called me back. The lady tried to say I never left any messages, even though I've got 5 recorded phone calls of me leaving her messages at least, okay, just in this week, okay? So I went to the jail today. She hides the amount. She puts her hand over the top of the receipt and says, sign right here. And she gives me another one of their cards. They charged me a $4 fee again. So that's $8 that they stole from me now. But the 36 is really stolen. The $8 is just rape. But this second card, I shouldn't have to pay. It's bullshit, okay? Because they dropped the ball. It should have been on my first card. This jail gives you a little fucking prepaid card for your money. You have to put it in the machine as soon as you get there. You can't use it for phone. You can't use it for bail. It's just such a corrupt jail. But anyways, that's a little off topic. So they gave me a card for $32 today instead of $42. And so I've called the commissary company, and they're looking into it because I could hear, and I have it recorded. It's not the greatest video, but I will put it up for you guys. I have it recorded. You can hear them on the phone saying, he's not going to give up. He's not going to give up. I know it was just $10, but he's not going to give up. And because I told him I'm not going away. So that's the update on that. Uncle is getting stronger. He's really lazy, neighbors. He realistically should be full strength by now and should be back to work, but he is absolutely milking it, just like he milked it in the hospital. He let them wipe his ass right up until the second to last day he got out. So, and then Dion's doing good. He's been working real hard. He's been a huge help. He's out there cutting brush up right now. He's worked his way through a large brush pile, and he helps me out with a lot of things. So that's a huge blessing. I think that's pretty much it for now. Like this video, please. Comment down below, you guys. Everybody should leave a comment, please and thank you. I really appreciate you guys helping the video get into the algorithm. And then if you're not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing to the channel. And if you want to become a member, that's awesome. You can click the join button and get the perks of membership, like being able to be entered to, damn, I'm shaking real bad, being able to be entered to win the 266 SC chainsaw. Only members are going to be entered to win that. And the other thing is, I have merchandise. And if you guys want specific t-shirts, if you want it to say specific stuff, as long as it relates to my content on the channel, which is a variety, and I don't have to go outside the rules or my morals. Like, I want a t-shirt that says I have a right to say what the fuck I want, neighbors. But YouTube will not allow me to sell stuff like that. Neither does Spring Tea, the platform that I'm using to bring you guys merchandise. There's coffee cups, there's pint glasses, beanies. I've got probably 30 different designs available for you guys, both with the chainsaw stuff and the auditing stuff. The name of the channel is going to change. I'm going to add a slash, a dash, and incidental audit or incidental auditor. So it's going to be Chainsaw Redeemer 85 / incidental audits or incidental auditor. You guys tell me what sounds better, incidental audits or incidental auditor. Okay, And that's it. So I would really appreciate it if you guys should just help us stay alive. And you guys do by watching the videos, by giving the thumbs up, by sharing the content, and by leaving comments. That also helps the channel stay alive. So until next time, neighbors, remember, say it with me. Be kind to one another. Everyone is facing a battle. I love all 8 billion of you, even though I suck at it. The next t-shirt I'm going to design is going to be #perseverance. Trademarked. Till next time, neighbors, let's keep persevering.